Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of The Power of Surrender with Hugh, where every day we take a card from Dr Judith Orloff's deck, The Power of Surrender, and I share it with you for food for thought and inspiration in these challenging times we're living in. Now, today's card is interesting. It's Surrender Your Addictions. So interesting, right? Now, I don't think there's a human being alive who doesn't have an addiction to something at some point. What it says here is very interesting. So this is a card that applies to all of us. It says, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthy alternatives. I'm going to say, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. It's very straightforward. I know all of us have gone through this one thing or another. One thing I'm definitely addicted to is sugar. I need to do something about that. And again, is it as bad as it was before? No. I used to drink a lot of sodas, as they say in America, fizzy drinks, soda. And so I used to drink a lot of, Coke and stuff like that, and that's not good for you, and other sugary things too. And so it's replacing it with something else. Bread is a killer for me personally. It's always been, but I can't really eat bread now. If I eat bread, I just pile on weight really quickly. So I've had to just take things out of my diet because they just don't work for me, and I put anything between two slices of bread. So as a kid, I just absolutely loved bread. I could go through half a Brennan sliced pan of bread easily. These we all have. I'm joking about it now, but there are other more serious addictions. Obviously, there's drugs, alcohol. There's all kinds of different variations of that. And as it says, what I want to focus on rather than whatever your particular addiction is, because we all have something, it's just the solution to it, which is, and of course it does mention overworking as well, and people don't think of that as an addiction, but people just throw themselves into work because they don't want to deal with other things. There's so many different sides to addictions. Take action to begin to heal the addiction. So take action to begin to heal the addiction. And of course, what the card is talking about is, first of all, taking time to recognize that it is an addiction. And one of the things I think about in giving up sugar is just like how much better I'm going to feel, and not needing to have that sugar rush, when you're feeling tired. And so, I think of the pluses of giving up sugar. That's one way of looking at it. Recognizing oh God, I really need a Coke right now, or I want a bar of chocolate or something like that, and you realize there's the sugar, so the sugar addiction. So this is part of it. First of all, I think it's part of the healing is recognizing that there is an addiction. I think that's the first thing, and then obviously taking time to heal from that, meaning okay, how do I slowly wean myself off the sugar or whatever it happens to be. And then the card goes on to say, replace it with healthier alternatives. All things in moderation, of course. An occasional glass of Coke or a bar of chocolate is not going to kill anyone, but I think it's all within moderation. But I think what's really important, what the card is saying there, is replacing, for example, I wasn't doing that much exercise. I then started doing yoga. I've been doing yoga a lot. I'm going back to start running again, and doing other types of exercise this month now in lockdown. So, finding alternatives. And the thing about it is that there are all untold benefits. Doing meditation or yoga, helps me be calmer and be a little bit more, have more perspective and not react to things. Even if I do react to things, I can turn it around quickly. But still, we all have moments, we're human beings, where we just react to something. And so it's taking those addictions and replacing them with something, as it says, that's healthier. And it could be, as I said, yoga, or I'm going to exercise more. When I feel those cravings coming on at night, but instead of going to the cupboard and taking out a bar of chocolate, I'm going to, first of all, not buy the chocolate, but second of all, I'm going to exercise, or I'm going to do something else, some yoga before I go to bed. Something that will replace that sugar craving and refocus you on something else. And I know for every person it's different. Some people going to the gym is what they need to do. Some people going to a yoga class is what they need to do. It depends on the person, but it's definitely about changing those habits up. If you're overworking, finding that work-life balance, you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do that overtime on Wednesday and a Thursday. I'm going to take a half day on Friday. Some kind of balance to it. And then when you take the time off, you're like, well, I don't know what to do with myself. Then try and fill up that time with other things. Like, as I said, it could be, I'm going to go to walks. I'm going to spend more time in nature. I'm going to, go to the gym more often. If you can't do that now because you're in lockdown, then it's, I'm going to exercise more, do yoga more at home. So, very simple card. Something I think we all can relate to. I think there's definitely food for thought and hopefully some inspiration in there for you as well, because it's like, it is starting with just recognizing, okay, I'm addicted to sugar, okay, I'm addicted to tobacco or to alcohol or whatever it is. Once you recognize it, then you're taking the first steps towards healing, and then you replace it with something more healthier that's better for you. And watch how you'll feel after just a couple of days or a couple of weeks of doing it, and you'll be like, why did I not do this sooner? And there's so many benefits to switching up away from our addictions as well. We sleep better, we just have more energy during the day, and it goes on and on and on. So my friends, I hope you enjoy this card today, and I will be back tomorrow with another card. Boom.